From peanut clusters to a notorious underworld figure, the story of Mark Lifman's early life and upbringing. Mark Roy Lifman was born in Cape Town into a conventional Jewish family. He spent his early childhood in Rondebosch before his family moved to Sea Point when he was around 12 years old. Education and formation. He attended Sea Point Boys High School, where he was active in sports, and first displayed the entrepreneurial spirit that would later define his life, and later served briefly in the military before attending technical college. The dawn of entrepreneurship. Childhood ventures. From a very young age, Lifman's entrepreneurial instincts were evident. He began by baking and selling peanut clusters, coconut ice, and pies from his mother's kitchen. This early foray into business laid the groundwork for his relentless drive and knack for spotting profit in everyday products. Expansion into larger ventures. As he matured, Lifman branched out into multiple industries. Horse racing. He ventured into horse racing, although his involvement later became controversial when allegations arose that he intimidated jockeys, resulting in a ban from the sport. Property development. He began purchasing homes in suburbs such as Eerste River, Koels River, Brackenfell, and Delft. During this phase, he forged key relationships with figures from Cape Town's underworld, including Jerome, Donkey, Boyson. Nightclubs and private security. Lifman also invested in the fashion and nightclub industries. His foray into private security blurred the lines between legitimate business and criminal protection rackets, as allegations of extortion and intimidation surfaced. A dual life, business success, and underworld allegations. Despite cultivating an image as a polished businessman regularly seen in a sharp suit with slicked back hair and sunglasses, Lifman's public persona was intertwined with persistent allegations and legal entanglements, legal battles, and criminal allegations. Assaults, intimidation, and firearm offenses. Lifman's rap sheet included charges for assault, reckless driving, and pointing a firearm. Sexual abuse allegations. In 2005, he was arrested for allegedly indecently assaulting 7 underage boys. He was acquitted in 2009 when the state's case collapsed over witness issues. Tax evasion. In 2019, Lifman faced a massive tax evasion case when SARS alleged he owed her $388 million. Despite his claims that his legitimate property investments could not have generated such a shortfall, the court ordered the seizure and auction of some of his assets. Murder and conspiracy charges. Most notably, he was named as a co-accused in the 2017 murder of international steroid smuggler Brian Weinstein, a case that was still pending when Lifman was assassinated on November 3, 2024. Additional allegations and enlisted crimes beyond the crimes commonly cited. Additional allegations and controversies paint a broader picture of Lifman's underworld ties. Extortion and protection rackets. Lifman was widely suspected of operating protection rackets within Cape Town's nightclub and restaurant sectors. Reports suggest that his associates would strong-arm business owners into paying for security services, which blurred the line between legitimate security and criminal extortion. Money laundering and corruption. Alongside tax evasion, Lifman was repeatedly linked to money laundering schemes, with some sources alleging that his property deals and other investments were used as fronts to clean illicit funds. Tobacco smuggling and transnational crime. Some reports, even those noted by critics such as Jacques Paul, hint that Lifman may have had involvement in transnational organized crime, including allegations of corruption and tobacco smuggling. These allegations, while not always proven in court, add another layer to his criminal portfolio. Hit lists and rivalry with other underworld figures. Lifman was also alleged to have drawn up a hit list targeting rivals such as Nafismatic. It was reported that in 2017, he had put a 20 million hit on Matic.
The private life, a shroud of secrecy. Even as his public persona was embroiled in controversy, Lifman's personal life remained a well-guarded secret. Family life. While some early remarks hinted at him having a family, more reliable sources later confirmed that Lifman was unmarried and had no children. His private funeral, held at the Jewish cemetery in Pinelands alongside his parents' graves, was conducted without the attendance of a spouse or offspring. Deliberate privacy. Lifman maintained a clear separation between his business activities and his private life. No public records or reliable sources revealed details about a wife, children, or even the schools they might have attended. Your thoughts? Do you think a public figure benefits from keeping their personal life private, or does it create more mystery? Let us know below. Assassination and its ripple effects. On November 3, 2024, Mark Lifman was assassinated outside the Garden Route Mall in George, Western Cape, just one day before he was due to testify in court regarding the murder of Brian Weinstein. The hit. Despite always being surrounded by bodyguards, Lifman was lured to the mall alone and was shot multiple times. Two suspects, Johannes Jacobs and Gert Bezuidenhout, both with ties to the private security sector, were arrested shortly afterward. Aftermath. His death has left a significant void in Cape Town's underworld, intensifying debates about organized crime and the potential ripple effects on private security and political corruption. What do you believe led to Lifman's vulnerability on that fateful day? Share your theories below, and if this story intrigues you, be sure to like and subscribe. The Larger Matrix. Organized crime in Cape Town. Lifman's controversies were part of a broader, intricate criminal matrix in the Western Cape. Private security and nightclub dominance. His involvement in the private security sector is emblematic of an industry where legitimate services and criminal extortion often overlap. Figures like Cyril Bika, who once dominated nightclub security in Cape Town, set the stage for Lifman and others to step in after Bika's murder in 2011. Inter-faction rivalries. The alleged hit lists and violent turf battles, such as the R20 million bounty on Nafi's Modak, illustrate the brutal infighting between rival factions, which often include former allies and now bitter enemies. Corruption and collusion. There are persistent allegations that high-ranking officials and even members of the police had connections with these underworld activities, further complicating the narrative of crime and protection in Cape Town. Transnational networks. Lifman's suspected involvement in tobacco smuggling and money laundering hints at his role in a larger transnational criminal network. Join the conversation. How do you think transnational crime networks impact local communities? Let us know your views in the comments and share this video to spread the discussion. The Enigma of Mark Lifman. Mark Lifman's story is a study in contradictions. A self-made entrepreneur who transformed a childhood business into a sprawling empire, yet whose legacy is forever tainted by allegations of crime, corruption, and violence. Legacy of secrecy. Even as he navigated high-stakes ventures, from horse racing and property development to nightclub security, Lifman ensured that his private life remained an enigma. His deliberate avoidance of public family details adds another layer to his controversial persona. Ripple effects. His assassination not only closes the chapter on his own tumultuous life, but also raises profound questions about the structure and future of organized crime in the Western Cape. What is your take on the tangled web of legitimate business and criminal activity in Cape Town? We'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this narrative, please hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more deep dives into stories that expose the underbelly of our society.